All right. What's going on, everyone? How are you? We are here on a new episode of the Juan Solo Show with your host, me, Juan D. Klauser, or John D. Klauser, whichever one you prefer. This is episode 269 of this great, wonderful podcast I do in a room by myself, for myself, probably just by myself, or by myself in a room alone. Anyway, well, I'll mess that one up. You know what? Actually, to tell you the truth, I thought that was a pretty clever thing that I thought of, and it was just on this fucking whim. It was John Clauser doing a podcast in a room by myself, alone by myself, probably most likely for myself, because who fucking listens to this? Who wants to listen to this? But it has helped me a lot, but become a better speaker, talker, human, not human really, because I'm not that good of a human. You remember last week how I told you how I hadn't gone a while. It's been a while since I had burned the bridge with a human. Well, guys, 0 days since that's happened. Absolutely burned down a bridge with a human the other day. Doesn't really hurt me any. It's not like I really had a. It's not like we had a very large bridge to begin with of friendship, or not even friendship. It's just I even hate that. I hate because it's like if I talk to you and I interact with you a lot, it's just known you're my friend. It's just known. There's no need for us to do a bunch of stuff. If I break bread with you, we're friends. If I go and I spend time with you out in the world, we're friends. There's no need to call us friends. I don't know. That is such a complex of mine. No one else. That's just totally my thing. It is definitely for sure a complex that I have with myself. It's something that I need to. I need to make myself better. What was so funny is that this week I heard someone from two different people, which I'm like, it's not fucking women. Was they said like, whoever hurt you, whatever woman hurt you, you need to get over it. Um, because you're never gonna like be in a relationship with anybody until you can get over that. I was like, there's nothing like that at all. I mean, I guess my mother, maybe the only. I guess that's really the base of the stem of hatred. And he's not in hatred or anger towards people. Uh, it's just more of like irritation of humans that I just rather not. Because this is like, okay, so this is how my mindset works. I'll just be honest with you. So my mindset works is like, yeah, like even like when you're in a relationship, like I don't ever consider myself like I'm in a relationship with somebody, but I don't consider that person to be loyal to me. Don't. This has to do with like, this doesn't have to do with cheating. This has to do with just like is a human to a human concept. Because like my mother, she fucking left me at the foot of church when I was 5. So like I just don't have very much. What's the word I'm looking for? I don't have very. Uh, God, what is the word I'm looking for? I don't have very much. Um, Expectations from humans. It has nothing to do with just it's just humans in general. So I I just don't expect much, and then it blows me away. Then people like have like this huge concept of humans. They're like, oh my god, can you believe someone did that? Can you believe someone just like dated someone and they just we were dating for so long and then we just broke up and all this? I was like, yeah, like I totally could totally see that. Like when I break up with someone, like you know how it works. This is how it works. We break up. I'm like, cool, great. I delete all their shit and then never speak to them ever again. There's no need to ever communicate with you ever again. You know the coolest, the funniest thing? I was married, not married, married. I was dating this chick and we lived together. That's the reason why it was like the closest I ever got to marriage. We broke up. She went out of town that weekend. This is the best way of doing it. And I got this from a comedian because this is what he did. This is the best way to breaking up with somebody. So she left that weekend, and so like I had 3 of my friends come over. Like, all right, guys, we got 24 hours. We gotta get all this shit out of here and get it done. So we just packed a fucking U-Haul, got all my shit, took it out. I had already got a new place. They helped me unpack all my stuff from my new place, and that's it. And then like she came home, and she just found there was just half of the amount of stuff in that house. And it's easy peasy. There's no awkwardness. There's no like, oh, I'm gonna choose Saturday to fucking move, and you can feel free to like go do your own thing if you need to during that time. Like there's none of that. It's just I got rid of it. It's done. It's over with. It's just, it was great. It was great. And then as soon as I did that, I deleted all the information from that person. I never spoke to him ever again. It's like, because we broke up. You broke up. We broke up. So why would we need to continue to communicate? Left the money that I owed on the counter, on the kitchen counter. And then I walked the fuck out, and I never talked to him ever again. A little bit of a psycho, kind of a psycho, but hey, there's none of this like, because that's the worst. Because that's the worst thing. Like after like a breakup, and then you have to have that like hug and goodbye and all that shit, and it's just so unnecessary in my opinion. Because I don't want to deal with it. And like some people might be thinking, "Hey, John, might be what they were talking about. How like you're emotionally unavailable." And it's like, no, I am. I'm fully available. I can be fully available. I'm just not available for that human. There's a difference. There's a fucking difference, people. There's a huge difference. Like you're going to be available for people who you want to be available for. You're not going to be available. You're not going to be available for people you don't want to be available for, or who, deep down subconsciously, you don't feel like you mesh with them. So it's like, it's not that big of a fucking deal. It's like, so whenever someone says that shit to me, like, like you're just you're just a sad person. You're just this. You're just that. It's like, well, no, I'm just those things to you. That's how I came off to you, because that's our interaction. That's our relationship. Because for all I know, that's why I always tell people, like, even like at a job or like just in general, like when I'm talking to one person to another person about somebody, it's like, hey, like, I don't know, to me, great human, to me, just an asshole. Like you might have a completely different view of them. You might have a different relationship with them. But to me, I know you're friends with them, but hey, to me, like, this person's a pile of shit, in my opinion. And then, like, what that does, in my opinion, it allows this person to be able to stand up for that person. And then you also don't make that person feel as bad because of, like, oh, maybe it's because you're not saying, oh, I can't believe you don't talk, I can't believe you don't talk to that person. I can't believe you talk to that person. Saying that is a lot more judgmental, because you're disliking that person, the person that you're talking about, and you're also disliking the person who you're talking to. So it doesn't help as much. So I just feel like it's a lot easier, a lot better if you just do that. Like, hey, in my opinion, in my experiences, in my relationship with this human, him or she, or they or that, uh, our interactions are not that great. Now, with you, might be completely different. But with me, a huge asshole. Same thing. I'm sure there's tons of people who like that. There's like maybe 4 people in this entire world who've had great and nothing but awesome interactions. What's really funny? I have an ex-girlfriend who, she was awesome. She was cool. We weren't meant to be, and it was no big deal. And like, it sucked at the time. Like, we broke up, and then we just moved. But hey, moved on. She's married. She has 2 kids now. What's hilarious about her, though, is that she's. I tell her, I'm like, a lot of people think I'm kind of an asshole. She's like, I just don't see that. Like, you just are not an asshole at all. Like, to you, I'm not an asshole to you, because I really cared about you, and that's the thing. And that's how I know that there is this John versus this John, and this is, I don't. I really don't give that side about it. I really don't give 2 fucking fucks about what a lot of people think. Dude, I do this. If I really gave a shit what people think, I wouldn't be on episode 269 of this podcast. If anything, this is a prime example of just not giving a Frenchman's fuck. You just gotta do what you gotta do, have fun, and just have fun in life, and that kind of stuff. And it's a lot of has to do like the draft. Shador Sanders just got drafted by the fucking Browns. It's like, dude, you could have gone to a lot of places. You could have gone to a lot of places, a lot of better organizations, but you decided to play this game of being an asshole, and that's what I mean. Like, prime example of what we're talking about. Like, you have bad relationships, but I'm sure there's probably people that he has great relationships with, but we don't see those, because all we see is these interactions we've had with all these football organizations and what they've said. So it is what it is. It is what it is. Life is is what it is. So, but yeah, I'm doing this podcast on Saturday, a little earlier, like 1:40 right now in the PM. God, it's so weird. Like during the weekend, my life is so like it's such an odd thing. So, because Friday tends to be a really early day for me. So then I get off work, I go work out. Sometimes I go golf, and then I come home. And by that point, it'd be like 7:30. And I just I'll try to play some video games. Because already at that point I should already have like my writing done and any like little specialty like film stuff I want to do that day. I already have it done, so I'm just like okay, because like drinking a beer and playing Madden, that's my way of winding down from the day. That's just so much fun because to me it's it's like Minecraft. It's like anything. It's like building. I like building something. I'm building a team, building players, trying to make this team better. But and then, so what usually happens is I'm like playing, it'll be like around the third quarter, and I'll just like fall asleep. I'll push pause and just like fall asleep with in my hand, and the next thing you know, I wake up and the controller's on the ground, and like the TV's turned off, because I've been sitting there for way too long. It just auto turns off, and then I go to bed. Well, then I wake up and well shit, I'm awake, so I turn back on. I play some more Madden, and at the point I don't usually go to bed. And that's around usually 3 in the morning, 1 or 2 in the morning. I stay up till like 5, and I'll pass out again for another 30 minutes, and I'll wake back up and I'll play again. And then usually about 7:30ish, I'll go and I'll actually lay in bed and I'll sleep till 11. And it's just a weird thing I do, but I do it on the weekends. I just do it on the weekends. But yeah, I'm doing this podcast real quick, trying to get this done today, because then as soon as I get this done, I can start getting ready. I'm gonna go golf. I know, shocking, right? I had a massive breakthrough. Another one with my drive. That's the last thing. It really is the last frontier of my golfing thing. I'm not saying I'm the greatest at everything else, but everything else is enough where I am equivalent to somebody who golfs a decent amount. I am okay, you can you get yourself in these situations and you can get yourself out of these situations. You know, you know how to use a 60 degree, you know how to use a 54, a 58 degree. You know, you can use you're really good with your 7-iron, you're really good with your 8-iron, you know, you're really good with I'm not that good with my 3-iron, but it is what it is. But these are the things, you're just, so, yeah, and so I'm just gonna go play golf by myself. I don't know, I probably will, I don't know, I'll probably get 2 beers. So right by my house there's a Dollar General, and I know maybe I'll just go ahead and just buy a 6-pack of, because it's John, you can buy a 6-pack and not drink 4 beers of that 6-pack. You can go and buy a 6-pack and only drink 3 beers or 2 beers if you wanted to. It's just I have this mindset of I don't like being wasteful, and I don't know why. It's in the event, it's you have this. I have this weird FOMO where I feel I'm not gonna have enough fun. Just being and having and playing golf, that's the fun. Drinking the beer is just it's a little added bonus. That's why I need to keep myself. I just get anxious. I don't know. It's the weirdest fucking thing I do. It's such a weird thing how my mind works. It's so fucking funny. I'm so stupid. But anyway, yeah, I'm doing this podcast now. So then tomorrow, all I got to do is just clean, write, edit. Super easy day. Way easier than having to clean, write, record, edit. Because it's not it takes a lot of time out of my life. Because it's honestly, as soon as I do this podcast, I can edit it, and it takes 30, 40 minutes. Especially now, I found a new way. I had a breakthrough, as much like golf, I had a breakthrough with editing, where I can just throw shit down on a timeline. It's pretty easy for me to just edit this podcast really quick. Because the hardest part is syncing the video with the audio, and I just do that 8 times, or 8 times. With the videos, the little clips, and then as well as the video that I have. But anyway, guys. Should we just do video of the week? I think I've talked long enough I've talked for 15 minutes. I think that's good enough, right? I've gotten better at this. See how it's not that hard. See, you practice talking, it makes it easier, because that's the one thing I notice with a lot of people. A lot of people cannot communicate, and not even communicate. They just can't think from here to here out. because the biggest thing for me is like stuttering. I'm so afraid honestly, tell you the truth, I'm afraid I have CTE. So that's the reason why one of the reasons why I do a podcast is because I think maybe this is going to slow it down a little bit, because I do feel like I was like slurring a lot, and and that's maybe just me being nervous, but who knows. But anyway, I guess here's the video of the week. Here we go.
Hey, firecracker, why are you still in that closet with all them clothes? Come on out and be free, wild, and gay like you really want to. We all secretly know that you're kind of gay. So just come out. Be free. We won't judge you. We love you.
Welcome to The John Show with your host, John Doogie Clouser.
Is that crazy? So like I'm sending my friend this text. So the draft is going on today. So the old draft's been going on the last couple of days, and the Kansas City Chiefs traded. I don't know if you guys, if anyone follows, they traded Pachinko, that running back they got from Rutgers, and so yeah, they traded him to the Bears for a 5th round draft pick, and I don't know, it kind of makes sense because they do have Kareem Hunt. They're probably just trying to get they want to get another non-veteran running back. This is one thing. Chiefs are pretty good at drafting and getting running backs. And plus, this draft is really good with running backs. And Pachinko's, his contract's going to be up at the end of this year. So if he does good again, he's going to want some money. And it's just like, this is not a place that the Chiefs spend their money. That is definitely not a place where they spend their money. So it's just, one of those things. But anyway, it's just sad because he's a really good player. He had a really good story. And he did really good for us. He gave everything to us, and so I'm just glad that he was with us for the time he was. So anyway, yeah, little firecracker. Just tell people you're gay. Who cares? It's just so funny, like, because the reason I saw this is because there's these videos I keep seeing that keep going around talking about how these men are like, oh yeah, I don't give a fuck. If she's hot, she's hot. Like, if she pulls out a dick, I'm still gonna, like, I'll fucking suck all that dick. It's like, okay, that's cool. That's fine. There's nothing wrong with this. There's not wrong with, like, and they're like talking about how, like, when a man like hits on a woman and finds out that she's trans, like the man's upset, and it's like, well, a real man wouldn't really care, like, because it's like he's not gonna be like, well, yeah, like, it's like, to me it would be looking at a painting, and then if you like you turn it or you squint, like, it turns into another painting. It's one of those things. Like, I'm like, oh, okay, well, shit, okay, cool, awesome, my bad. Versus like being like, oh, I'm gay, I'm not gay. But for men who actually enjoy being with trans people, which is fine. Like, you're not gay. I mean, you're gay, but you're not fully straight. You're not fully, like, you're just kind of like this weird. You're in a weird spot, which is fine. But still, you're like, you can't say you're fully straight because you're not. But anyway, I guess talking about that, this is a good segue into the first video, the runners-up this week of the videos. All right, here we go.
One of my 2 favorite nights of the week, Friday, the other one being Saturday, and it is club night, and tonight it is black. So this is what I dug out of the closet and off the shoe rack, and I think I'm ready to go. The only question is, ride the motorcycle, don't ride the motorcycle. But that's an easy decision to make. The weather is really not supporting a bike ride, but we'll see. So anyway, I'm about to head out, and hopefully we'll end up with a good night tonight. So everybody else do the same. See you guys later.
The thing that annoys me about this is like, it's fine that a man wants to dress up like this. It's completely fine. What annoys me is like, you don't have anything to say. You're not saying anything. It's just like, have a point, have a meaning behind it if you're going to say something. And wear the dress, because you're just doing it for the shock value of the dress. It's like, that's not a good reason to post a video, you dumb fucking retard. Anyway, next video.
We love America, the red, white, and blue. America is everyone's home, even Mrs. Tina's home.
Break it down, Hannah. Tina, you're sexy as white pellets. Even more than that, everyone is beautiful in the red, white, and blue country. America, oh America, America is home.
Break it down, Becca.
America is beautiful. America is home.
Where we stand, where we are all gorgeous in our home. Not only we, but our friend Tina is beautiful in the red, white, and blue America. America is home.
America's home, buddy. Isn't it so just, god damn it. America's home. Yeah, just America's home. No big deal. Alright, let's clean the palette a little bit.
Apertar aqui. Olha o sacrifício. Não tem, gente, sutiã aqui na minha cidade, pelo menos. E já tentei comprar em site, chega aqui, é totalmente diferente. Ó. Aí, ó, se eu fosse usar só ele, olha o tanto que falta aqui embaixo. Aí eu tenho que deixar assim, ó. Só que, ó o peso, gente. Eu tenho que daí puxar um pouco pra cá, pra dar uma sustentação. Entendeu? Apertar. Ai, gente.
So what's so weird about this video is the fact that like Instagram has really been pushing this lady onto me. Like she's like, they're like, you want to see this more of her? You want to see 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 more of her? And it's like, dude, I don't even. I recorded one video, and it wasn't on it wasn't on Instagram. It was on Facebook, and then somehow the algorithm found me, and was like, you're gonna get this lady, and you're gonna get a lot of her. So it's like, okay, God, but that's yeah. All right, next video.
For a little girl growing up Catholic today, will she ever have the opportunity to be a deacon and participate as a clergy member in the church?
No.
No. Yeah, Pope Francis died. He died on Easter's. I know. Hope you guys had a good Easter's, by the way. Hope Easter's. So funny. I might have already said this, but somebody was like, I'm Jewish. So like, this lady was like, I don't understand your religion at all. I just don't understand. I'm like, well, I don't understand your religion at all, where you dedicate like 3 days to a guy who got murdered, just viciously murdered. And then he allegedly came back to life. And I'm not saying that it didn't happen. I'm just saying it's my thing. I'm not saying my stuff happened either. Passover stuff. You think Passover really happened? You know, the fucking. He thinks his firstborns were all really killed. No, I don't think that at all. I just don't think this. I think this is a magical thing that was a story that they didn't have anything else. It was during a time. These stories were written during a time when they didn't have TV. And everyone lived out in a goddamn desert. So what do you expect? What do you expect? But it's just so fucking funny how people take it so literally. And it's supposed to be a metaphor. I just assume it's all supposed to be a freaking metaphor for something. But anyway, let's just go. Rest in peace, Pope Francis.
This mama is about to give birth. She's decided to do a home birth. Or better yet, a birth outside her home in the forest. She's on no one's timeline but the baby's and takes as many breaks as she needs. She's got a few loved ones with her who are keeping her nourished and hydrated. She's really wanting to connect with nature. swaying and moving with the pain, and grounding and facilitating a sense of safety. And now it's time. It's time for baby to be birthed into this beautiful world. With each push, she comes out a little bit further and further. Her first breath of air is fresh in the forest. Typically, now would be the time that the cord's removed, but this mom really wanted to do a lotus birth, which actually means the placenta is kept intact, connected to the baby until it falls off on its own. If you've never heard of it, look it up. It has a lot of benefits for the baby. As strong as baby came into the world, she's got a stronger latch on mama for nursing and getting all those nutrients. It's important to get baby swaddled up and warm so she can snuggle up with mama and recuperate and recover. Had you ever heard of a lotus birth before? I had not, and I had to look it up before creating this video. I'm so happy to make all these birth stories come to life. Thanks for watching.
Yeah, we're looking this up. Our lotus birth talks it to our lotus births dangerous. Like, that's all we need to really do. Yeah, okay, infections. That's why I figured, because you're leaving a dead organ onto a fucking child who immune system very weak to begin with because it's a fucking baby. Okay, I was right. I thought so. This is not a good thing to do. And it was so funny about these things. What's so weird about these things are never for the baby. It's never for the baby. Never. What it is, this stuff is always for the parent because it shows that the parent is more earthly, more more loving. And it's what's so fucking retarded about this shit is the fact that it's like you can be earthly and you can be like deep inside that and still take baths and still like just do normal things. There's a reason why we do those. We don't do these things because we're trying to. It's part of the corporate structural system. It has nothing to do with it. It has to do with the fact that like it's a dead fucking organ on a fucking baby. You don't leave a dead blackened arm on a human because that infection is gonna grow and it's gonna kill the good flesh. It's just so fucking stupid. So fucking dumb. Why do we do this? So fucking stupid. It's just incredibly dumb. Oh man. Okay, we got like 2 minutes left. So I think that yeah, that's the last video I'll show. I'm not gonna show a lot of that video. Let's delete that one because we'll do it for another week anyway. Yes, and we didn't even do Craigslist this week, guys, because there was so much talking. But anyway, I got like 2 minutes left on this podcast. I can't believe Pachinko got traded. It's so crazy. It blows my mind. It really does. It blows my mind a little bit. Yeah, I'm gonna go golf. I'm gonna eat a burrito with some hot sauce on it, and then I'm gonna go hit a golf ball around and walk around on a course. But anyway, yeah. Anyway, guys, I think that's where I'm gonna end this podcast. About a minute short. Like, cut the placenta off. Don't do a lotus birth, you fucking weirdos. You fucking weird beards. Like, it's so gross. Like, it's just so fucking odd. It's like cross-dressers reading to kids in a library. It's like, why can't we just read to kids in a library? Why do we have to make them a fucking drag queen, you fucking queers? Anyway, I'll talk to you guys on the next episode. All right, bye.